One of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another has to say. The world is not fair, and often fools, cowards, liars and the selfish hide in high places. True love is quiescent, except in the nascent moments of true humility. An intelligent person is never afraid or ashamed to find errors in his understanding of things. Enthusiasm is the energy and force that builds literal momentum of the human soul and mind. Abundance is a process of letting go. That which is empty can receive. Good manners are appreciated as much as bad manners are abhorred. You reclaim your power by loving what you were once taught to hate. Why do we laugh at such terrible things? Because comedy is often the sarcastic realization of inescapable tragedy. A person who makes few mistakes makes little progress. The ability to forgive is one of man's greatest achievements. No one is more insufferable than he who lacks basic courtesy. Where wise actions are the fruit of life, wise discourse is the pollination. Having a sense of purpose is having a sense of self. A course to plot is a destination to hope for. Fanatic is often the name given to people of action by people who are lazy. When trying to teach someone a boundary, they learn less from the enforcement of the boundary and more from the way the boundary was established. Yearning for the seemingly impossible is the path to human progress. The deceptive, glossy media images of faces, bodies and social lifestyles make us hate ourselves, so we will buy a solution to love ourselves once again. Seek goodness and be goodness. Seek beauty and be beauty. Seek love and be love. One of the most important things one can do in life is to brutally question every single thing you are taught. The world is starving for original and decisive leadership. There is no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. Curiosity is one of the great secrets of happiness. The greatest self is a peaceful smile that always sees the world smiling back. Change will never happen when people lack the ability and courage to see themselves for who they are. The folly of endless consumerism sends us on a wild goose chase for happiness through materialism. Ambition is not what a man would do, but what a man does, for ambition without action is fantasy. It is better to have a meaningful life and make a difference than to merely have a long life. A polite enemy is just as difficult to discredit as a rude friend is to protect. No time is better spent than that spent in the service of your fellow man. Don't make the mistake of thinking that you have to agree with people and their beliefs to defend them from injustice. Birth and death, we all move between these two unknowns. It is better to have a fair intellect that is well used than a powerful one that is idle. Take without forgetting, and give without remembering. It is better to lose everything you have to keep the balance of justice level, than to live a life of petty privilege devoid of true freedom. In all known time there has never been a greater monster or miracle than the human being. If you do not like a certain behavior in others, look within yourself to find the roots of what discomforts you. Creativity is the greatest expression of liberty. Courteousness is consideration for others. Politeness is the method used to deliver such considerations. Like Manchurian candidates, we have been made into Manchurian consumers, who subconsciously buy when we're triggered by our brand masters. Do not let your grand ambitions stand in the way of small but meaningful accomplishments. All discomfort comes from suppressing your true identity. Do not let your ambitions become a sanctuary for your failures. Truth is often the favorite tool of those who deceive. The talent of a true writer and poet is in the air. Hate controls everything it touches, but love sets everything it touches free. If we fear the unknown, then surely we fear ourselves. The common person fears to think beyond the common. Do you want to know what you are? You are a creator. At every moment you are creating. The real question is, what are you creating? Sometimes power is all a person has, so they will protect it even unto their own destruction, for without power they have nothing. Emotion is often what we rely upon to carry us across the unfathomable voids in our intelligence. The test of a belief is not exclusively in the belief itself, but also in the intentions and actions of those who embrace it. Control thought forms are the basis of our deepest moral crisis. The greatest joys are found not only in what we do and feel, but also in what we hope for. There is something greater than any nation. It is the spirit which created the nation. Within the heart's man, loyalty and consideration are esteemed greater than success. Unfortunately, your reputation often rests not on your ability to do what you say, but rather on your ability to do what people expect. When you are not free, you are not creating, you are being created. Many openly show discontentment with their looks, but few with their intelligence. I, however, assure you there are many more plain minds than faces. Progress and healing involves seeing every person as not so different from ourselves. American society will never completely understand the true meaning of equality. Death is the great hope of all life, the desire to expend itself, to be used and consumed by its own longing for itself. Human intelligence may not be the best trick nature has to offer. The realities of the world seldom measure up to the sublime designs of human imagination. We believe we are the consumers, but we are the consumed. There is little more powerful than when truth joins action. A mistake made by many people with great convictions is that they will let nothing stand in the way of their views, not even kindness. Never expect a loan to a friend to be paid back if you want to keep that friend. Remember that the greatest fool in the world may ask more than the wisest man can answer. He who is silent must be agreed with. For what shall the wings of opposition thresh upon, without the winds of conversation to shoulder them? Architects of grandeur are often the master builders of disillusionment. In America, educators punish those who actually think for themselves. There is only acceptance for popular opinion. The secret to discovery is to never believe existing facts. The conflicts we have with the outside world are often conflicts we have within ourselves. In the company of the accomplished, people hope it will rub off on themselves. In the company of the misfortunate, they fear it. The worst bullies you will ever encounter in your life are your own thoughts. There are few surer ways to become disliked by men than to perform well where they have performed poorly. I have never read for entertainment, but rather for understanding and to satisfy my eager curiosity. Most people do not actually know how to think for themselves, and unfortunately that prevents them from even knowing it. The right to justice is something that no one can bestow, nor take away, for it is in one's heart.